Barcelona actually 6 against Valencia. Obi bia wa follow Barcelona and Valencia game recently nim say Barcelona ansa eda Valencia so. Enti se wa check on last 3 games ni mpokra na Barcelona etimi ahye 18 goals ana de etia Valencia bobuku. E kire se akwa akoye game baako a akoye one way Barcelona. Nemum before this game na wahwe season ye sha ase a ade baako na Valencia etimi improve pa na ye say defensively na ometimi improve. So de na nipa dodo na ka na ye say se Barcelona mpokra bitima hye Valencia enkonkoye goals bebree. Nemum ye ball ni wie ye no na Barcelona hye 6 against Valencia team no. E kire wo say Barcelona ye adwuma yie ana omutimi nya asase 0 no. Enye se na Valencia team na obeka se forward to the extent say Barcelona twifa mu there be Barcelona to tone ni oma yi ana onya asase 0 no. Okoshia Valencia side a obo 5 at the back. 5 at the back no. Nanim osawo 4 midfielders na 5 at the back neni. Enti relatively o check Valencia boboko na omo defend dia omo numbers because 5 at the back no. Omenim ho players 4 na ho. So adia Valencia for na omo try somebody na say ombetima ya aggressive no must stay compacta. Ombe limited spaces a Barcelona ntimi mbiem en create chances ni bebree. By enforcing with this formation na Valencia for the realm no. Barcelona no me able say ombetima expand Valencia boboku nim. Ombetima open spaces no. Ombe create no metimi ahye. A omudinya 6 goals. Na mehwe game no. Enyoma miensa ana mehu say Barcelona yie ema omunya 6 goals no. The first thing obi a watcheke Barcelona last game okobo against Vallecano no. Barcelona lose possession bebree. Sebo ni kroma say no makwa akose no. By na enra game no. Barcelona bobo na wo say omo ye calm abro mu kra ball no. Enti na omo mpre omo hu bebree say omo betimi asay possession bebree. So the first reason why Barcelona timi ekura game no cheye no. Say na Barcelona calm on the ball. E kan hu bi ana Barcelona timi ma 616 accurate passes as compared to the previous games no J ball na no akwa lose ball no. And sa Barcelona no calm on the ball no. Emma Barcelona control game ne better. The second thing about Barcelona omu positional play. Against Valencia, you Barcelona say in terms of positional play, omu dominating Valencia boboku no. And omu positional play na Barcelona use ye no. Omu focusing on specific zones. Omu maintaining structured movements and omu creating spaces. And anytime we have Valencia for defending in 5-4-1 no. Once Barcelona for positional play no. Oma focus on specific zones say sa zone ho ni be use. Oma make sure say there is a lot of structured movements. And the players are no mu anim ho no. O he obi to say Fermin Lopez, Ferran Torres, Rafinha Bemu, Rashford mu Bemu ni nyina no. No mu nyina operate as floaters. And to once a movement no and making it very difficult for Valencia defenders say on bet must stop Barcelona players no. E can who be and Barcelona they create a lot of chances against Valencia. Now no against Valencia only 24 attempt to score. Out of the 24 attempt to score, emu 10 na on target and only 6 goals. And Valencia for ni defend your more numbers behind the ball no. Barcelona use positional play and they expand your opponent and they create chances and they bring spaces or utilizes our spaces no. And that was a smart move from coach Hansi Flick and Barcelona say ombe use positional play. And Ken sa what check Barcelona team na. Yesha La Liga na se no. Adia ba akwa Barcelona for near concern pani say omo defense ni sheki kakra. And the opponent ya Barcelona na Barcelona team no as omo ye expose behind the ball and as omo last line of defense no. By now no against Valencia adia me hu ni say Barcelona shall say omo win balls no. Our infin and at the final 10. And Barcelona lose ball na no Valencia for ne half and infin ho no ma Valencia for no match ball no. And there was less pressure our Barcelona for back line. E can who be na Valencia team no. A ball just one shot on target. And to be a watcher Barcelona against Valencia na no. Who said this time around Valencia and for said am posi threat kesi am farmer Barcelona. For compare other games and not previously mabo. Who said na Barcelona defense ni shaky. But against Valencia, you Barcelona winning more balls e won finfin and at the final 10. Omo winning ball na no me jai ball nim dia ma Pedri. Na Pedri aye race cycle no metimi hold on to the possession. Na players ni na netimi progress. Enti Barcelona winning 6-0 against Valencia no. Nioma Barcelona ye no na spot on. And to me this season matches amache Barcelona or La Liga ni no arguably omo best game among Barcelona this season game no against Valencia bobuko no and Canada ba kwa notice Barcelona last time na me analyze the actual say Barcelona last season share 174 goals in 60 games yabo just 4 games for La Liga Barcelona share 13 goals omenya 8 different players and share 13 goals in just 4 games and to rate now Barcelona kono you most likely say Ombetima share more goals than the Omunya in the last season in Pokrano. And looking at Abrante FN say Femi Lopez, King, or ye elite prospect at the Barcelona project on Peso Moyen. Who baby will be fraba, not the ball they are twat him. Chance in Pokrabeka saying chance now cranny the ashe, and or ye elite prospect at the Barcelona project no. 6-0 against Valencia, big ups to Barcelona, a good win, convincing win from Barcelona. Madrid Echo Anueta. We need 2-1 against Real Sociedad. 4 games, 4 wins for Real Madrid. La Liga. 8 goals, Oma conceded 2. A good start at the Alonso and the Real Madrid team. So ye season I say. Now when him say competition Atletico Madrid ebeti mama top competition. Barcelona wom Now with Misha see ya a positive at the Mabo Buku offense Real Madrid. Ken, idea ba kwa football say dene pani say bon numerical disadvantage. Say ye go game. Now we do red card. Now ni obisi akain. Irrespective of opponent, na pressure also. And now no Saturday, Real Madrid de kwa anoita against Real Sociedad. 32nd minute. Anna din house in the red card. Sena proper red card and red card we free. Check player no free no din house na arguably say and Alonso on the most reliable centre back Albeka say owo ho sisi. O free mu. Check a time no di free mo no near about 32 minutes. A chesa na aka 58 good minutes and what's a Real Madrid born numerical disadvantage which na enye easy. And it's a Real Madrid about 58 minutes say born numerical disadvantage. Now wetimi akọ Anoita akọ winia Real Madrid 4 year adwuma because enye easy so about 10 against 11 akọ wini. And idea many J pan na me hwe game ni say the in-game management of Alonso was super. Say auto form and asa obo numerical disadvantage. And what's the winya coach game ne koso no obetima sesa nyoma dia ma ho etimya maintaining star na wasa obo no. Enti Alonso in-game management no na very good at the Real Madrid. Ken at the time abo ne be 10 against 11. And Alonso catch it Tchouaméni say on drop nkwa achiro. No nkoka Real Madrid for last line of defense no. Na Brahim Diaz na operate out the right wing no. Time bia no ombre no be Makaba defensive cover. Na Vinicius Junior ne Mbappe and stay up front. And when Real Madrid Eddie shared the second goal. So when say Real Madrid first half na obo numerical disadvantage the in-game management Alonso Emma Real Madrid saba be 2-0 lead in the first 45 minutes. Yeba second half. I know Ibrahim Diaz free mu because no be here obia or the kind energy be fin ho ba be protected. Second half no Ibrahim Diaz free ho. I know the Fedi Babal the be say on fire energy be fin ho. And a no or the Raul Asensio buy or the Frank Garcia buy say they are pressure beba until what's the more numbers behind the ball now you protected the central corridor now you enforce Real Sociedad say omunya just one channel of attack so sign a substitution in the second half no Emma Sociedad for ball ekoye no un say omo bobo omo attack by now a long balls and crosses so after the game team friends Sociedad ebebo 42 crosses emu 14 pen accurate obebo 34 long balls emu 16 pen accurate Alonso in-game management ne substitution no forces Sociedad say ombenya just one channel of attack and it's a crosses ne long balls ne ba Madrid wo Militao or Tchouaméni or Alvaro Carreras or Raul Asensio or Frank Garcia mo betima deal with that ball no enti o hwe the in-game management of Alonso and for who say obo numerical disadvantage what me akwa we need 2-1 noita abra key player SAD record a big ups to Alonso ne Real Madrid bobuko no Mbappe is on fire kenu nim say aka 2 goals na Mbappe say 50 goals the Madrid aka just 2 goals no I say 50 goals at the Real Madrid 4 games 4 goals I think this season no Mbappe and a big player Real Madrid beko ne nimpa no be lead Real Madrid bobuko oko Englander Liverpool kwa we ko win 1-0 Burnley side now we expect say obesity deep no I try so be hit Liverpool for no on the counter by Ken me pese me twi Liverpool fans ni obi o follow Premier League ni bia adwen kwa bi so number of games at Liverpool about this season of Premier League the first game was against Bournemouth 2-2 no check the number of minutes Liverpool debate take lead or didn't win here. Chiesa go no. Follow this very well. Chiesa go about 88 minutes. Then Salah go about 90+4. The second game was against Newcastle. The winning goal in Gomoa go no about 90+10. The third game was against Arsenal. Sobos like go no about 83rd minutes. Now no another weekend way against Burnley. Liverpool go about 90+5. Games are Liverpool abo nyina no. The winning goals no 88th minute mark eba dey na catch up. A catch was say only Liverpool be see akan a yempon game na untimi underrate Liverpool team no. Ana omenya the kind of energy bia eba be 88th minute eba na omo put in more pressure. 84 games are Liverpool abo in the Premier League no. Omo winning goals no eba from 88th minute mark. And also teams near very careful playing against Liverpool. Ebeka the last 10 minutes are I want to Liverpool ye most dangerous case. 4 matches nina by winning goals nina ba 88th minute mark. And the real game now. The kind of energy Liverpool for putting in. Na big ups to Liverpool team. No 4 games 4 win. Okay. Then Ken Arsenal 3-0 Nottingham Forest. And your game and me expecting Arsenal so be winning. By Ken previous season. Say Arsenal see a kind of say Bukayo Saka ni ma William Besho kakra. Football ade ba ko ehia pa no. Individualism. And what's when your individual players be a without Bukayo Saka. Say Arsenal in terms of individualism. When you are branching friend say Madueke, pace, power, and a precision. When you are ability easy, ball carrying ability, dribbling, power, and a decision making, and a Joe Carres, intensive pressing, and a goose. Until without Bukayo Saka, say Arsenal for bit marker say. In terms of individualism, omo and say no, obi any wo Arsenal for so say ombet mama Liverpool tough time. And these 3 players so far so good. Omet me impress ya. Arsenal for na GDA say so omo key player, omo star player ni hompo kra na ombet ma perform at the highest level. Medema no cinema me ko wi Italy. Inter Milan any Juventus game no. Ken na me ngin this goals be piem sa. Ba uko Italy team ba ko was squad pa Inter. But mo lack balance. Kivu a team na mo lack balance. And a team a friend say Juventus. Once na go to the they big crackers on Jinindi. Okay. By so far, James Awaboni na we winning. And idea about Juventus second. Only ne kwabona went me and stop on the midfielder. Akra ne friend ye this no. May say Kebi the next 2 seasons I die him. Say Juventus sent me and compete at the highest level. Trust you me. Obeko team kesiye. E you.
Can I hear this? Every Kwame, Kwame, better say I'll do some bread now.
Camera say, Yamisha. Na, Aoshi. Baby, senior will be a Mamchan Yepa. Aoshi, she say,
so something to me.
Aoshi. I said, Ken, that's any say. Me twas with Chelsea game, you know, now. Me no bonko mo kakra. You see, it is normal that
Chelsea. Who's I'm to yan chena kante.
Chelsea.
Hey, also.
Yeah, so blue is the color. Adia, you see, on say, see football sometimes. So on say, hey, yeah, how the goal came. It makes the whole thing difficult to accept. Once right for minute 1, Chelsea fans were not happy with the lineup. Now sometimes I'm like, Yanti coaches na se kakra, Cole Palmer not on your feet, Rhys James not on your feet. Ideally, Sankanyesa coach no crown only bench a OGD omumwa. Kesa someone says Kai said the winning almost 30 feedback because of Madrid them. Rather, it is the players no more opportunities, so more normally disappointing in the first half. Jamie Giddens, Wesley Fofana had to money. Also, it clearly not even a lucky baby. Second half, and I'm more bag you my baby system, and 8-1 because of time. JT, mommy go and I'm in casa and fanchero. Now a draw, Chelsea lead 2-1. Say a coach forta, you can't say you coach fort. Say your coach forta, who say it? Ken, Saturday, me no din komo catcher say Brentford for coach, no a set pieces coach. Edema coach o free or Thomas Frank. And a Tommy Coy, no. Omankophobia, so almost set pieces coach no more promoting is on by head coach. Into me no can say game no set piece is very important. Nkofono, omo fa mu throw in Seniagro. Na ken me pesa me ni udin komo ne me ni Ghana for din komo. Picture no that television also no. Me pa ucho ni die mu a kan Chelsea players I will picture we mu. Then we are going to analyze the situation very well. Say, hey, your coach inform so, and I say your coach inform so. Every single Chelsea player is in the box. Chelsea lead 2-1. Obepon, Kofone throwing. Coach instructor say because of how these boys said we see dangerous needs, you know, every single player enco defend it.
Na mi omobano. Pedro Neto, Kupama, man is in John.
Yeah, okay, fa.
Me say one chair. Send your money on defend you.
Oh, so be defended or be defended.
I defended is over boss.
Oh, be defended, I don't know be defended. Said they were also protecting the ball, the box.
Because so where Chelsea is defending that. Where they could not hear you.
Ah,
Mr. Right. About 5 players and 1 player they hear. I know it.
Aye.
Almost 1 player, I occupy 5 Chelsea players. 5. On some quantity.
A kai.
It is our 5 players no more corner. So 5 players decided so more or more Kobe. Nipa 5.
Yeah.
Not still, say me political boy, it is.
Yeah, very good. So it means the defense. Now, Kwame of us to defend him. It was poor. It has nothing to do with the coach. Come on, I mean, you know what I say? Who complain is Alejandro Garnacho. Fabio Carvalho no Sego no Nejinichi no Garnacho na is supposed to mark him.
The reason Chairman Bremo Garnacho be Bremo too. Garnacho mistaken the goal. But there's a note to make can't say 5 against 1. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost a form on my form no way.
Ken Minu Nina Minu Nina with the same page say the defendant was poor. And until the Marco Fatchel say the entire Chelsea team our box in the for the place here 6. If I'm right. Because Bako de Couture normally a 6th place. 6 against 11. How? How am I supposed to blame a coach for this? The players failed to defend. Honestly, you make a ball way at your offside. Now, VAR for one case, sometimes I don't get it. Why I say Dango Ouattara is in an offside position and or interfere because James Bono second ball now James Ekofana Dango Ouattara 2 or 2 but he made an attempt on the ball. So that was an offside. But on him, Omoko check Fabio Carvalho. They did not check Dango Ouattara. Second picture. No. Dango na HSC for the ball. Anyway, you call Real Sofia dad in Barcelona. Real Madrid came. No. You see, there be a say right from international breaks. Coaches, changes. Be one here. Obubefu. Fede Valverde. About 90 minutes against Chile. About 90 minutes against Peru. The last game, no, with Chile. One bedroom them. Franco Manstantuano. Also, about games, about Ecuador, Barco, about Venezuela, Barco. One bedroom them. So if you pick the lineup and you don't see them, it is not as if, say, coach Lipe changes too much. Sometimes you need to understand them. Real Madrid TV. 2 goals now more concede. Omu concede open play game. Open play so wash Real Madrid so far. Omu nye be Mayoka the corner. Anyway, so the penalty rest of that. So they are doing well. It's not as if the coach in the shop wapayo. On yes sir. Now, the most controversial incident they see what game in Imono. I mean, when they won't come kakra. Now sometimes they are not Madrid, Barcelona supporters will come once someone. Now, because there are entrenched supporters. The Obeke be our Madrid in hey, unti. No, I found one time. Or has it so I found one time. But you see, sometimes in Kaya lenses, near Casam, near objective analysis. But, well, anyway. But for the neutrals, for the purpose of education, let's do this. Gil Manzano, no. Ken Gil Manzano. Oyobia Madrid for no ejano. Madrid versus Valencia. Okay, I said 90 plus 8 minutes be Jude Bellingham shall go. or she go na referee say me pon crown say na go ni kura be turn it e ma Madrid fo ni bufu no e sa Gil Manzano ya omudwa it before the game Gil Manzano ho ba asam dada. Now the red card ne ba you know Jabi Alonso, coach of Real Madrid, say, first of all, ball no a foul on one kasa G2. Name foul no see a no say na enya red card. Name na a yellow card. So first of all, the coach of Real Madrid admits it was a foul, but not a red card. Orie no to also ka say Dean Housen ebisuan lessons because name who kwan say it was so yes foul no. So let's analyze this situation very well. The entire and no me unsa marka fire story I'm a Madrid for ni nyina the story, the main story na La Liga for ni buefu ni say na was a VAR referee no Figueira Vasquez na was so calling Gil Manzano to have a second look. The entire one you know and no more question no. But solo take about it has nothing to do with the main incidents. But what I say, let's talk about the main incidents because I'm not for confusing Yemeni Bebri. Okay, JT mama picture and I'm in charge. This is Gil Manzano. The Real Madrid for the buefu no. Incidents ne si hwe be a Gil Manzano gina. And then the entire okoje red card. So first of all say nya bua payo pa Gil Manzano. Baby a wugina, how are you able to determine say Dean Housen or a last man and answer on your last man because you cannot see it that. But what I say? It's not the enemy say a chaha. A purely objective. I mean, who didn't come on and say where Gil Manzano is and where incident is here. He was far from the incident. It is a need to remove Pobi na wa. How are you able to judge? Say he's the last man. This is the Real Madrid's argument, and I agree because we could check several incidents. It's not okay. Angles the end, there no problem. But from this angle, the air is strange. Now. In Yema Mienu ne wa say the argument about Dean Housen was the last man and pass a last man a red card so on your last man a yellow card and second argument let's say was Kubo in a goal scoring opportunity or not was he in a way I know best to goal and answer na only pints of it goal it's two different arguments and last man's argument and a goal scoring opportunity argument so in Pachoma made the next one. I mean, show you. Say last man, I agree. Referee red card. Say your last man so a yellow card. Honestly, not on the last man. Interono says argument need a yellow card, not red card. But this is the referee's argument. Can Pacho here television also? The referees are also arguing that yes, he was not the last man. However, the Sociedad attacker was in a clear position to score. So the argument of last man doesn't come in. The argument that comes into play in this contest is that was the player in the right position to score because people could throw away PF in the post anymore. A simple lob, wash it. So the arguments are last man, no last man, referee referees are saying that is not the argument. Rather, the argument is he was in the right position to score. What foul? Come on, what I say? Don't wanna if you are it favors Real Madrid's argument, if you also saw it goes against them, but then you know, see what? Yeah, move on, huh? Manchester United City game, you know. Me worry say Ruben Amorim. And that met one press conference I say. Our admit is a problem no kakra free no. Manchester United aye. And that met say our admit is a problem no. Ayo no. Na something kakra aye ne taxes and mentality as some so jitu I will think say Manchester United is the right way because every single central for any journalist who may be son question Caribbean will be son. That is no one sure say what we can Caribbean to me buana or say yes sir. The problem is about the mentality of the team. Okay. Internal tactics a mentality. Let's have this game. Meaning say winning mentality, self-belief, and the winning mentality eba. Me wa o GDA. Sadie we are me ye metimia winning, metimia shegola. Automatically it brings winning mentality to the team. But when him say the more you lose games, automatically a sign with self-belief. Because the more you lose games, only GDA so metimia. So at the corner, a day winning mentality ni bano, winning. Because winning brings self-belief. Self-belief brings winning mentality. Into the problem is mentality. And a winning mentality, the problems, players not lacking. The main problem is that the team is not winning. Why necessarily winning back? Now, if Manchester United, this current team, so self-belief never bad. They will need minimum 3 games, we win at what so. And a deba. But I can say, coachy, almost 1 year, you ultimately winning to assume you know. How are you going to get the self-belief from?
And no chance, say a system.
So no problem if it is about winning mentality. The responsibility it is on you. You can't say winning about 10 games, so you need just 2 or 3 games. Now, at the motivational by place anymore. I make us some show. And now Manchester United the Fulham a boy, you know. And a Marco Silva, coach of Fulham, a interview be. Share coach in the Ken. When I make fan cast and cheese kit way be. Because of time, last 3 lines, you know, or share the last part now. We, referring to Fulham, we know they play with 2 in Medford. We try to overload with our 3 plus Alex Iwobi. It's also on Manchester United, they be almost 2 central midfielders. It's almost 3 midfielders, what that, but almost Iwobi become money a 4v2. And now a game, you know. And I'm catcher Bruno Fernandes is a moment for the Manchester City for they were just passing the ball around. No say, and you're not from so Manchester United boy in the 2. Now Manchester City for Emma Tiani Reinders, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden. No winning now central. It was 4 against 2. This is Bruno Fernandes speaking. As Sama Marco Silva can, you know, the same way. And at all, Manchester United against Manchester City. Share Fulham there, no. Can't keep to be. Watch how these things happen. Into the Manchester United 2 central midfielders. No, more the problem is Bruno Fernandes because things are overloading them in central midfield. This is against Fulham. Fulham 4 and Alex Iwobi 4 versus 2. Clearly, no. Manchester City they are one castle. At any point in time, he said Anye Nick Aurelia. Jeremy Doku a full for any point in time. But I come it for this now. You 4. Shall go now Manchester City share. Jeremy Doku started the game. Can't say next one. JT. Jeremy Doku started the game from the left. Into Bisase. You the next one. Bisase. Obi are all bought from the left. Then Jeremy Doku about come it for this now. She maybe Ojina. Meaning say City could have body Bianoa. They are trying to overload Manchester United central midfield. As same way Marco Silva can coaches of Manchester United Eba or they say so Manchester United we overloaded their midfield. What is the coach doing about it? Into now the question midfielders, you know, and a Bruno Fernandes, the why any problem if we know. How?
Is it Bruno?
I say, unfair to say, coach, you know, and a Manchester City. Share team where can a man in a referee. Well, also to Grimsby, as will be a clear review. So the problem is not that only to City in no be a casa. It is not true.
Brian, I also be Sabana.
About what said
Say, Gaba, because say, I don't know, United or Triumph almost 5 for 12 sort of unity. Baby,
Sir, Manchester United 5 to us.
Would they almost set
King
Manchester
Minya Sajiti.
Television watch.
Minya Sajiti. Minya. Na Ushe Rubina Amorim Jumo Manchester United. Menya sure say we United fan obinya GD wonimu. Debbie. The same United beto tata pa there. Menyanyebi, because I didn't know Ken. After the exit of Sir Alex Ferguson, coach our Manchester United, the win rate and at a percentage. Ewo from pa. Eye coach a friend is Ruben Amorim. Now we are only the same chain. For the past 80 years, even before the arrival of Sir Alex Ferguson, coach Somabe coaching Manchester United in Aken since World War II. World War II started in 1939 to 1945. It is from 1945, everybody 2025. There is no coach our coaching Manchester United and Ruben Amorim ya their channel. Ebinio. No coach. Since the World War II. Say coach Biaba be coaching Manchester United. Our coach a friend is Ruben Amorim. Penny win percentage. Ya their chance our coaching. Ebinio. Until the performance of the coach has been bad. Ayana ye, so obenya nipo geni ideologies ni. Obenya nipo believing in the system. It is very good. And today be aya metai ka say coaches omo ye stubborn. E ba system ni ade no. Aya no mo ye coaches omo mo dey mo konkan because this is what they believe in. And obe stick it to that. Kopim so obenya the intended results. But then there are times untimi fa old methods emfanya new results. Enti esesa wo sesa won sakaka. And at the end enkoye no be e kebi. Now decide this would the at the end of the day be affected. And into them penny forecast or you need to 20 and I didn't tomate jana ko dwabase. Because obiaka wasema how they want it. And you say you who cramp and you be baba be kebim because obi anim say wunti. Coach friend says Xabi Alonso. How here Juma de Real Madrid. It's a coach, he believes in the 3-back system. Xabi Alonso anye biampo or the 3-back system. Aye Juma. A Juma or yeah, no. I can confidently say that he's a better coach than Ruben Amorim. I did being see that. So be Bebo Bundesliga no one unbeaten at the AG League.
Sir.
Oh, of course.
Alonso free Leverkusen bane Amorim free. Sporting
Oh, Alonso.
Sir.
Ken Bundesliga no was structured in the Portuguese league. And to play the Bundesliga season now be unbeaten the whole season at the AG League. E bin si wo Germany daw. Alonso pen ayebi. A Juma wa ye dia to hono no. Amorim nyebi. But when he joined Real Madrid or started the 3-back system of pre-season anymore. Ohu se Madrid no enyam fire. The players available. Entimin tisa system na se for now. But Alonso so per results it is a big club. Intimamente samensa ene. System no ball Germany they call unbeaten no. Obe PM or Real Madrid. Spanish La Liga ne chance no. On boss system ni biom. He's playing the 4-back for Real Madrid. Is he getting results or not? He is getting it. It's the fact that was someone sano. No adapted to a system, especially when we find who in a club. We new. Not players they only answer philosophies, no ideologies as you know. Doesn't make you a bad coach. It was Amorim Tiafi. Manchester United lost the game because of Amorim. On Jintum. Man in Fankon go player mentality. So what is your player mentality? In Pennyforce bro, if you penny team na about that team. What are you transferring to the players? You have to work on the mentality of the players. And only than China. So Manchester United the Kwakwa game. This season Ugarte has been that player on team the go-to man for Manchester United. And with Casemiro, it's a better player than Ugarte who Manchester United bobo team. It is a unfa Casemiro mpomwa. At least Ugarte performance nenge put in Kobe Manu bad game in the second half or be justify the frontier on your more minutes for Manchester United bobo kunimu. Kuni pra Messi Mount pra. Omumi anu ni honom. But Robert the double number 10. Bruno Fernandes or Manchester United Ken. Position Ben of Bruno Fernandes ball succeed. It is the number 10 position. It is a Kobase Kuni and Niho. No be probably the number 10 a partner Mbuemwa. Why shouldn't it be a player? I have friend Bruno Fernandes. Or no necessarily now. Then you play Casemiro Kobimenu on Finfin. Because Bruno Fernandes, anytime he gets closer to the opponent's 18-yard box, a honor performing better. Amad Diallo this season hasn't been bad from last season. But Amad Diallo, the double number 10 no, baby Amad Diallo ban money kon kan hefa. Baby Ambuemo Jina no. But only Amad Diallo kwa the other side of the double number 10, of which a honor no ontimi operate ye. But Amad Diallo this season, anytime you remember the right wing back, be a win performance. And he was better than Mazraoui. Time I changed it by your call the right wing back. It is how you coach. Now you have these mistakes. That's the team lose here. You want the supporter to blame the player. Debbie, Ruben Amorim to me is the reason Manchester United lost. And there you say, City team way and yo. City team way. City team in Yakin. And you say if you can't win against this Manchester City team, Pep Guardiola Jiran now so when they baby now better. Team in coach in Tum.
No, Moldova.
5.
Moldova United
7.
United Moldova.
Aye. The coach in Tum say, inform so if you are not, or not Manchester United lose here. Ken Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe. We have to give the player his flowers. Yes, I am one of the people now. Now, me say Mbappe will make a move from Paris Saint-Germain. Now I heard the performance. France, almost every season, Kylian Mbappe was up there. But then the don't want any GD because don't want to feel said the French league go form. Into encore a stronger league, non conquer Chen Bobre. Last season he steps in the Spanish La Liga. League now a more dano or the Conca League. FR Bonnebo. The Madrid team was poor last season, but Mbappe was a standout. Real Madrid now. Of course, but the entire do only buy the Wabena Juma. Sami Miche, not team now, you have a striker. Of course. But football is an individual sport. And a collective achievement. It is a meme striker, and Michel goals. Not say a leaky in goals. Now, a baby asked and yen to mean the SSI, meme striker, the Miami Juma. It will only need the free. Of course, any other players, no. You read this season, first 4 matches of the season, all 4 goals, 1 assist for Real Madrid, 5 goals contribution daily, and praise is not shall see ever. But maybe I'm a problem war, say. Praise is now air banner. A Koto Vinicius Junior Trima, a be affected the Real Madrid team. Make us because say, why is everybody praising Mbappe? Make kind of goals as him, make kind of numbers as him. Vinicius Junior, I deal with Tony Trima, and so be decided to so much as I is selfish. That is why I'm saying, say, I am hoping say enko affected player because say be Tony Trima no to decide to be selfish. E be we are say be affected Real Madrid team no. Now affected player na nkasa. He just have to admit it. So this is Mbappe. Vinicius Junior came to Real Madrid, sorry to use this word, as a nobody. But Mbappe came as a star boy. Our establishing who Europe. And that is the difference between the two. Onion Tum.
FIFA best player. World best.
One Vinicius. But he's not a better player than Kylian Mbappe.
This is your world best player.
FIFA, according to FIFA.
And your problem. And many problem crowd. But on Jin Tum. Some Mbappe born out when it was wrong. No making sure so be working hard. Ken, so you to move. So one young to move. A branch any botchen. It's a better amount so be jatum. I will not hear. Can on the Arsenal game. You were certain Arsenal. The exclusion of certain players are affecting Arsenal. For the past 3 seasons, Arsenal is the second. No, okay. Arsenal by a no team. The absence of Saliba Ken. Born now Mosquera boy, and I was surprised. Actually, one the partnership between Oni Gabriel. It was like one bomb who by 5 years crumble. When feeling the absence of player Fenice Saliba. Noni Madueke was my man of the match. Ken, he played extremely well. There were a few times I'll be saying, but to be consistent and a problem. I am hoping to stay consistent because Sesaka Bampo. Not synonymous Madueke betting me keep up with this performance. Ken, in the absence of Saka, and I say anytime you will be more than one conquer, I will anymore change Madueke Ababiano. It makes the Arsenal team stronger. Victor Gyökeres and making sure so be working on the first touch and in the control. Yes. Yeka Romelu Lukaku there. Yes. Yeka Romelu Lukaku there. The touches, the first touch in the control was a problem. I did about coming who Gyökeres or no. The answer very. But I thought that the game they played against Nottingham Forest, when you are certain balls are on the first touch here, Ebian go to be boshe. But when you touch and you not born actually, Not opponent player, Baba be ball in the free. So he should work on that to become a better striker for the Arsenal team.